So, everyone's talking about Rell Seas. It's gonna destroy every Roblox anime game. Bloxverse is finished.
This is the future of Roblox.
But what if that's not the reality? Because the truth is, the people hyping this game up might be the only ones who will actually play it. Hear me out. The average Roblox player isn't excited about Rell Seas. Most of them don't even know it exists. They're too busy grinding Bloxverse non-stop or playing Grow a Garden on their grandma's iPad. And when Rell Seas drops, even if we're playing it 24/7, a complex grind-heavy skill-based game might not even be something the average player on Roblox can even comprehend. So today, I'm breaking down the real reason Rell Seas might not wipe out every game like we all think, and that reason
Takes a dark turn.
So what is Rell Seas? It's the most anticipated, highest quality One Piece upcoming Roblox game. It is being made by Rell Brothers, the same people who made Shindo Life, which you might have played, and the game is coming out really soon. It has the best progression, the best combat, the best ships, the best everything, I'm not glazing, and a lot of people think Rell Seas is gonna have like 10 million players, which is outrageous. Even though it's probably gonna be the best Roblox game ever, it's for sure not gonna have that many players. I'll tell you why in this video. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and tell me in the comments how many players you think Rell Seas is gonna have. So who is Rell Seas actually for? Because let's be realistic, the same people playing Dress to Impress are probably not gonna be playing Rell Seas. So it's not like every game's gonna get to like 0 players once Rell Seas releases, because every game has a different community, and not every community is overlapping. The people who are playing Rell Seas are probably gonna be anime watchers, no live sweat. We're probably gonna go showerless once Rell Seas releases. Probably gonna have watched One Piece, or they might have just been playing all the anime games on Roblox, like Deepoken, Bloxverse even, or GPO, King Legacy, all of those anime games, and got tired of the repetitiveness and started playing Rell Seas. Also, not the same 7-year-olds playing Bloxverse are gonna be playing Rell Seas, because Rell Seas again is gonna be a harder game. It's not gonna be a Benny beater, and it's not gonna be something that you need to turn off your brain, because Rell Seas after all is gonna take a lot of skill to be good at, and not a lot of people playing all the other games with like 500k players have that skill. They just straight up hate. What I'm trying to say, the audience playing Rell Seas is not gonna be the same as the audience playing all the other games, such as Bloxverse, Dress to Impress, Fish, or Grow a Garden. Instead, Rell Seas is gonna have its own community of anime watchers, hardcore players, and those who will play games like Deepoken that take challenge and grind. However, there will still be players playing Rell Seas that came from other games that are bigger on the platform, but those games will for sure not be left with 0 players. Most of its player base will probably stay with the game, because Roblox as a platform has a lot of different communities, and not everyone's gonna be playing Rell Seas, because not everyone wants to play a fighting One Piece based game. Since Roblox is a massive platform, what does the majority of Roblox players prefer? Do they prefer Rell Seas? Probably not. Hear me out. Most of the Roblox players prefer casual, instant dopamine, simple combat games, such as Bloxverse, Grow a Garden, Fish, all the games that take minimal brain power and are very easy to get good at. And now, I'm not saying Bloxverse is very easy to get good at, but there's a lot of repetitiveness in the game, so anyone can understand it. So do you get the pattern? The majority of Roblox players prefers very repetitive games that do not take much brain power to play. I do not know why, but most players would rather play that over Deepoken, either because they're like 7 years old, or because they're just casual players, I guess. What I'm trying to say is that the average Roblox player will choose a simple, repetitive game over Rell Seas every day, any day. Do not ask me why. I would rather play Rell Seas, but that's how it is. So that is what the players prefer, but that does not decide how many players a game will have. The Roblox algorithm plays a major role in that. Is the algorithm gonna prefer Rell Seas over all those repetitive games that we're all so tired of? Maybe. But what is the algorithm for Roblox? That is basically all the games you see on your For You page. Roblox decides what games you're gonna see on your For You page based on what the majority of people prefer, and obviously what brings them the most money. And when I log into Roblox, I always keep getting recommended all the simulators and repetitive games that I'm probably never even gonna play. I rarely play any of them, probably just to see how bad the games are. It's really obvious that Roblox is trying to get me to play all these games that I'm likely to spend Robux on. It's bold to assume that I have any to begin with, or that I'm gonna spend it on those games. So where does Rell Seas fall into all of that? Rell Seas is not gonna be a pay to win game, obviously, because no one would be playing it. So the Roblox algorithm might not naturally keep recommending this game the way it keeps recommending all these games like Fish and Grow a Garden. However, despite all of that, here's why Rell Seas is actually very likely to outperform all of those games. The reason why I think Rell Seas could outperform all of those games, even though it's not the most pay to win, and it is not the most preferred game by the Roblox algorithm or the average players on Roblox, is because it has the anime community behind it. And the anime community is probably the strongest one on Roblox. I am not glazing. For example, when Jujutsu Infinite released, it had like 500k players on release. and that game was not even hyped as much as Rell Seas, nor was it as good as Rell Seas. It was like 100 times worse. But the game still had 500k players on release because it was hyped up so much on Discord by the anime community. Now imagine if Rell Seas released. That game would have like a million quadrillion players. I'm not glazing, actually I am. What I'm trying to say is that the anime category and the community on Roblox
has taken Roblox by storm.
Almost like 50% of games on Roblox are anime based games. So what that means is that since Rell Seas is mad popular in the anime community on Roblox, for sure every one of those people are gonna be playing Rell Seas on release. And since Jutsu Infinite, that Buns game, had 500k players on release, Rell Seas could have a lot more. Like a lot more. A reasonable number of players Rell Seas could have would for sure not be 10 million players like Plant a Garden. What would be more realistic would be about 2 million players on release. Now it might be less, it might be more, but it's still Rell Seas we're talking about here. Since Rell Seas release will be like GTA 6 of Roblox, how is it gonna impact every other game on Roblox? Is Grow a Garden still gonna have 9 million players? And is Blocksters gonna be left at 60k players like someone said? I don't think that's exactly gonna happen because as I said before, it's two completely different communities, and although the numbers of players might decrease by a little because some players will hop into Rell Seas for sure, but the amount of players Grow a Garden and Blockstars will have will for sure stay at where they are, probably will not change by too much unless the game itself falls off, which will probably never happen to Blockstars, but it will for sure happen to Grow a Garden, 100%, the same way Fish fell off. And now, even if Rell Seas does manage to have 2 million players on release, is it gonna retain all those players? I mean, is the progression, is the combat of the game actually gonna be good? Even though no one's got to play the game, we saw a lot of sneak peeks of the game from all the movies Rell games released and all the sneak peeks from the Discord. The most notable thing about the combat in Rell Seas is that there's gonna be all 3 types of hockey, which I don't think any game on Roblox has. It's gonna have Armament, Conquerors hockey, and Observation hockey, and every hockey is not just gonna add extra damage, it's actually gonna do things such as give you skills, abilities, and talents.
That's literally every One Piece fan's dream.
We'll have a game where hockey actually does something. Also, there's obviously gonna be Delforts in the game, which are also gonna be very interesting, a lot better than every game on Roblox, like Blockstars, King Legacy, all of that. I still think Rell Seas is gonna have 2 million players on release because the whole anime community on Roblox is anticipating this game a lot. A lot of y'all will be asking when I think this game comes out. I think this game will come out on summer, as I said before, because the game was already delayed by so much for years, and they said it's gonna be for sure this year. So why would it not be summer? Because realistically, that is the best time to release a Roblox game. It's gonna have the most players, the most hype. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments how many players you think Rell Seas is gonna have, and also join my crew. It's in the pinned comment.